Okay, y'all. So I'm onto a doozy for this one. I'm not gonna lie. I actually I stumbled upon some goofiness. I'm sorry. What's going on, everybody? My name is John the Yapper, and today I wanted to talk about something that I was on stream. I streamed twitch.tv/John the Yapper, and we were talking about we were talking about celebrities, and then we started getting into Destiny and kind of the fact that they just laid off 17% of their workforce. Now, I normally would have just been like, ha ha ha, that's goofy, that's funny, tee-hee, which is by the way, 17%, Bungie just laid off 220 people just now, apparently like not even 9 hours ago. Pete Patterson's, I believe his name is. Pete Parsons just released a whole message about it, and I'll try to pop some in there, but I kind of want to, there's a couple things I want to talk about the message itself. Strap in, folks, because if I'm onto this right, I have a lot of questions, and I want hopefully people in the community or just anybody to answer some of these questions that I do have, and just kind of put them out just in case you didn't have any questions. Let's get into it. So it starts off essentially by this morning. I'm sharing with all of you some most difficult changes we've had to make as a studio due to rising costs of development and industry shifts, as well as enduring economic conditions. It has come clear that we need to make substantial changes to our structure and focus development efforts entirely on Destiny and Marathon. That means beginning today, 220 of our roles will be eliminated, representing roughly 17% of our studio's workforce. These actions will affect every level of the company, including most of our executive and senior leader roles. From what my friends told me, I haven't found proof on this one entirely. This one's kind of speculation. They said that they fired the lead director of the Forsaken DLCs, or at least they're talking about in that, like old writers, old directors, things like that. What I wanted to talk about is, why are they firing 220 people? They just released this banger of a DLC. Even people that hate the game can acknowledge the fact that it's a good DLC, and it has definitely grossed a shit ton of money in sales. In fact, how much money has it grossed? So the pre-orders alone, if this is right, the pre-orders for the final shape were over 1 million. How many people bought? 1 million. That's 1 million downloads. And this is just for pre-ordering. I don't know entirely about how this is going to go. I can't really be super goofy because I feel like this is a little bit more of a serious topic that I'm trying to piece together. I definitely can do this in a lot more organized way, but I'm a yapper, so I'm trying to get this information and still put my personality into it. I'm not becoming a robot and explaining this information. I just kind of want to explain it. So essentially what's happening is Pete Parsons released this whole entire message essentially saying that but guys, we just let some people go. They're only going to be working on Destiny and Marathon. If you don't know what Marathon is, that is a game that was released in 1994, and that was Bungie's essential original project. It seemed like a looter extractor, from what my boys were saying. What they're trying to do is create a brand new version of it. Except, what if I told you that after a little bit of digging, they are also working on a game called Payback? I have no pictures of it, so I can't pop a little pic right here, but it is Destiny 3 essentially. Kind of reminds me a lot of Payday, if I'm being kind of honest here, but that's what they're working on, and that's why but it mentions in here, if you go back to what Pete Parsons said, their focus development efforts entirely on Destiny and Marathon. This seems like this would have been a perfect opportunity to mention the fact that you're working on a game called Payback. I actually mentioned this to some people, and people had no idea that this is kind of underground, but I heard that they were working on Payback is because I went to a website called Lead IQ. You might be wondering why I went to Lead IQ, because I don't think any of this makes any sense at all. Why is Bungie firing people? What's the point of Bungie firing people? If you scroll down a little bit in this little message, it talks about, right here in this paragraph. First, we are deepening our integration with Sony Interactive Entertainment, working to integrate 155 of our roles, roughly 12%, into our SIE over the next few quarters. SIE, which is Sony Interactive Entertainment, has worked tirelessly with us to identify the roles as many as our people know as possible, enabling us together to save a great deal of talent that would otherwise have been affected by the reduction in force. Whenever they mention 155 roles, now that I'm rereading it, I don't know if that necessarily is talking about them integrating 155 people, or is that 155 roles of as in development, lead designers, anything like that? Why, whenever there's a game that you're also so right now they're working on 3 different games and they just fired people, the final shape has grossed at least at least $6 million, assuming people only spent money for if 1 million copies were sold, you slap 60 on that because it's a $60 game, not including the $100, not including the battle passes, not including anything like that. That is at least $60 million that Bungie has earned. And the company itself is between $100 million to $1 billion in gross just income, like just net worth right now. That's how much they're worth. So somebody sit down and explain to me, why did they just fire 17 people, like 17% of their workforce? Which I don't actually think they fired 17% of their workforce. I think they fired way less, because if you go to Lead IQ, which I thought that they didn't use, I thought for a little bit, but I was like, whoa, they're using Lead IQ. This is probably a bad source. I don't know what's going on. They have all of their updates for Bungie posted on here, which if you go through and just look a little bit, if you just look for a little bit, in July 21st, they launched something talking about how now you can join Rec Room. Like they're partnering with it. Bungie is partnering with Rec Room. I apologize. Bungie is partnering with Rec Room. Dope. Right? That's cool. That's a cool little combination. Why let people go? You're doing all these partners, you're making lots of money. That 17% of your group is down, maybe even going up as far as to say 25%. But is it really? I know I mentioned that. Why could I possibly mention that? Because in Lead IQ, not only in a previous statement, it mentioned that they have 1.9 thousand workers in the USA alone. A couple are separated in different locations, but I wanted to focus primarily on the fact that they said they have 1.9 thousand in North America. Why make a post right now? Now, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. That doesn't mean that all those people are working for Bungie. They're just saying this. They said in their message, I'll go to it, that way I can show you proof. It mentions that they only have 800, we still have 850 team members working on building Destiny and Marathon, and we will continue to build this amazing experience that exceeds our players' expectations. Why not use this post as a great opportunity to say our other 800 employees, our other 800 workers are working on Payback. They're working on a completely different game. Why not use this opportunity to, instead of make people not like you, because I went on Twitter, everyone was hating it. Everyone said Pete Parsons needs to get out of there, and there's no post about Payback. I looked it up. I said Bungie Payback, Payback Destiny 2, Payback Destiny 3. Overall, I think the message that Pete Parsons just posted talking about how he just let a lot of people go seemed to go to like absolutely nowhere. And it's true. I mean, I see in all these different areas that you have more employees. What are the rest of them working on? I'm not trying to say anything like nefarious is going on. I don't really know what's going on at all. But what I want to know is why do I see that there's other people, like you're working with other, like there's more employees than you're saying have let go. I know that you're working over with Sony because Bungie's been absolutely slopping the knob off of Sony for a very long time, which is great and everything. And working on Marathon seems really exciting, and consistently working on Destiny 2 seems, enthralling. I'm really excited to see what other plans you have going on. But why does it say other places that you have more employees than you say you let go? I want to know what they're working on. I want to know what's going on. I like knowing the truth. And it was so easy to find all this stuff. And I thought that it wasn't like reliable. It was a source that we weren't going to be able to use. But I would imagine that they would remove these people off of Lead IQ, because you can contact any of them. Like you can go through contact profiles from Bungie. It has like a bunch of different pages on it. I'm going to past 5. It goes up to 5. I don't know if this is the directors or anything like that. You could probably pay attention to that if you want to like stalk it, make sure anyone's there. But I guess the moral of my statements here is Payback is something that I think has a lot of people working on it. Actually, now that I'm like officially learning it, Payback seems like it has a lot of people working on it. I can't wait to see what comes out of that. Maybe we'll actually get a really, really, really good game if they focus on kind of moving on from Destiny. Maybe we can get a better development team with it. Maybe they sell it off to 343 or something. I mean, Bungie and Halo did that, and then they did it back. I don't know. We'll see. They're working on Payback right now. They're still working on Destiny. They have plenty of updates, and they let go of 220 people. I don't believe that. I believe they let people go, but I don't believe that they were of any important group or any import. They were probably not that important of individuals. for them to let go. I just thought that this was a very interesting thing to talk about. I thought it was really weird. I can't wait. I can wait to see the future of Destiny 2. I've never really been. I'm not much of a fan of it as I used to be. It seems like they kind of lost their roots with me on Destiny 1. But I've been trying to stick around. I've been doing my grind, but it's just not really been much of something I've been really, I guess, interested in the end. And they're working on Marathon still. And I can't wait to see what happens with Marathon. I heard that it's a looter extractor, and if you even go back and look at it from 1994, you can kind of see like outlines that look a lot like guns from Destiny, and overall it looks, you know, kind of nice. Nothing crazy. I mean, it just seems like a nice little fun game to have developed. But I thought it was just an interesting topic to talk about. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this wasn't all just mumbo jumbo, wasn't just ramble, and you could piece together as much as you possibly could from this. Have a blessed rest of your night, everybody. Take it easy. Don't forget to check out the Twitch, the Discord, and the Instagram. All links in the description below. With that, peace out, y'all.